At a beautiful wedding ceremony filled with laughter, music, and joy, a man stood quietly in one corner, watching the celebration. The lights sparkled, the guests danced, and the air was full of happiness. But suddenly, his eyes fell upon an elderly man sitting peacefully near the stage, his face kind, his hair silver, and his eyes shining with calm wisdom. In that very moment, memories came rushing back. The man's heart began to race. He walked closer, and then, almost whispering, said, "Sir, excuse me. Are you Mr. Harris? My primary school teacher?" The old man looked up with a gentle smile. "Yes, I am," he replied softly. "And who might you be, son?" The man hesitated for a second, feeling a mix of joy, respect, and nervousness. "Sir, it's me, Daniel. You taught me about 35 years ago." The teacher smiled kindly again. "That was a long time ago, my child. I'm sorry, but I don't quite recognize you." Daniel nodded, his eyes misting. "I understand, sir. But maybe you'll remember me when I tell you this story." And then, he began to speak, his voice trembling with emotion. "Sir, when I was in your class, one day a student's watch went missing. It was a beautiful little silver watch. Every boy in the class admired it. That day, when the boy noticed it was gone, he started crying. You looked around the class, every child was silent, scared, and confused. And then, you said, someone has taken the watch. But whoever did it, please understand, it's better to admit your mistake than to hide it." No one spoke. The class stayed quiet. I was terrified, because I was the one who had taken it. Daniel paused, swallowing his tears. I still remember how my heart was beating so fast I could barely breathe. I thought you'd punish me, call my parents, or humiliate me in front of everyone. I felt my whole world crashing down. But sir, you didn't shout. You didn't threaten us. You simply said, "Everyone, stand up. Face the wall. Close your eyes. I will check your pockets, and I don't want anyone to open their eyes until I say so." We all obeyed. I stood there trembling, my eyes shut tight, my face burning with shame. I felt your hand gently pat my pocket, and then you pulled out the watch. My heart stopped. I thought you'd yell, or call my name. But you didn't. You said nothing. You quietly continued checking everyone's pockets until you were done. Then you said, "Okay, children, you can open your eyes. The watch has been found." And that was it. You never mentioned it again. You never looked at me differently. You never punished me. You never told anyone. The man's eyes were wet now. His voice cracked as he said, "Sir, that day changed my life. I was just a scared little boy who made a mistake. But your kindness, your silence, it taught me what true forgiveness means. From that day forward, I promised myself that I would never steal again. I would never betray the trust of anyone ever again. And, sir, that one lesson became the foundation of my life. I worked hard. I became successful. But most importantly, I tried to live with honesty, all because of you." He looked at the old teacher with gratitude shining in his eyes. "So, sir, now do you remember that incident?" The teacher smiled gently. His eyes glistened with compassion as he placed a soft hand on Daniel's shoulder. "My dear son," he said in a calm voice. "Yes. I remember that a student's watch was stolen that day. But what you don't know is, I also closed my eyes while checking the pockets." Daniel froze in surprise. "You closed your eyes?" The teacher nodded slowly. "Yes. Because my job was not to find the guilty child and shame him. My job was to save a soul from being broken forever. I never wanted to know who it was. I just wanted to make sure the watch was returned and that the child would get a chance to learn from his mistake without being destroyed by it." Tears rolled down Daniel's face. He bent down and touched the teacher's hands with deep respect. The teacher smiled, his voice full of warmth. "You see, son, teaching is not just about books or exams. It's about hearts. It's about guiding souls, not punishing them. We all make mistakes when we're young, but what truly matters is whether someone shows us the right path with kindness. The two stood there quietly. One with tears of gratitude. The other with the calm pride of a teacher who had fulfilled his purpose. And in that moment, surrounded by the sounds of celebration and laughter, one simple truth shone brighter than all the lights in the hall. A true teacher doesn't just fill minds with knowledge. He shapes hearts with compassion. He builds character with love. And sometimes, the greatest lessons are taught without a single word.